Hello. So 2 days ago I talked about Peter Hegseth. Hegseth. He is the Secretary of War in the US, and I made a video here to the bottom right where you can see that because of this situation here with Qatar, to the bottom right, okay, I made a new drawing. I painted something new, okay, 2 days ago. And now Hegseth is in an emergency landing. So all that I'm doing in this video here is to just show you what am I doing here? What am I doing? Well, I'm simply showing you that what is happening, like what's going on, there's something strange lurking, what is going on, and so um if you're new here to my channel, what I do here is that I do drawings, and then the drawings has to do with the future, okay. um let's try not to mention I'll try not to mention what I have done. But if you want to check something pretty interesting and you're new here, you can go back to September 7th, and you'll find a video there that I did 3 days before something significant happened, September 10th, right? So let's try not to mention that this time, and I'll just tell you that there is something to find there on September 7th, a video that I did. A drawing that I did, right? So I'm doing drawings here, and then I talk about things around that. And as you can see, like, what am I going to say? Yeah, I mean, what's going on? I mean, I did a poster, or what do you call this? A little poster. And this is how I see things, that kind of nothing is safe, and no engineering can hold against the coincidences, It's not that. So when you design something in engineering, maybe you account for like, let's say that something has 10 parts, 10 different parts. Well, like an airplane, for example. Well, you investigate a part of it, you look at the wing, okay? Does the wing hold? If you're going to fly here, just relax, okay? If you're going to have a flight, just relax. I'm not talking about you, okay? If you're just about to go somewhere, okay, just relax, okay? I'm just telling you how I see this, okay? So when doing engineering, and you do, for example, let's say an airplane, okay? Well, you investigate the wing. How does that hold? Then you investigate, like, to the most extreme, right? And then you take something else, like another wing, like, or the body, and yeah, but but I mean, there are these circumstances. At least that's how I see it. And well, how do I argue for that? Well, it's I can't find I can't find the explanation right now, how that works. But what I'm trying to tell you is, like, the main idea with engineering is that you have something, you try different scenarios, right? Different testing scenarios, what can happen. And when you do tests, testing in engineering, it often has a randomness in the test itself, The, 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 the mentality of involving randomness is a sound engineering feat. It's intelligent to do like that. But when it comes down to these absurd forces that seems to be here in this world that I'm trying to show you here on my channel, well, it kind of it's not enough, with these engineering things, it just succumbs, it succumbs to some kind of, no, I mean, there is always a circumstance when something breaks, I'm just saying, and here we saw it, and for me personally, like, what am I going to say here, what I'm saying is simply that, okay, I talked about him 2 days ago. Now, why did I do that? It's not that I have never talked about him before, and now, I mean, this is what I do here. Like, this is my skill, it's a bit like that. It just happened to be. It's not that I did it on purpose. No, it's just, I'm not saying that. Not in this case, but my drawings has this intention to do something. You know what I mean? And that is, that's a valid statement. I'm making the statement that my drawing does something. And that's a valid statement. Let's investigate if that is true. Well, we look at what happens. And that's all, And I'm not saying that the drawing that I did now, the one that I call poison, smoke, and what was it? Let me bring that forth here and show it where it is. I just have to find it first. Where did I put it is the question. I have a little screenshot of it. Okay, it's just because I'm making a video, it's hard to find it. Wait a moment. Okay, this seems like I found it, okay. So this one, right? This is what I did. This is my drawing, okay. Okay. So my drawing is called poisonous smoke and rubble. First of all, let me tell you this. That is the point of this drawing. But also, if you look closely on the smoke, you see the smoke? It kind of looks like a crack, you see? Let me clarify that to you right now. I'm going to make a little... I'll paint on this and just make a point here that... Or I'll just change the brightness and contrast, and you'll see that, okay, this looks kind of like a crack. Okay, Okay, okay. Let's do like that. Yeah, so I'm just doing this on the fly, you know, and no, did something wrong there. So yeah, you can see yourself that it looks like a crack. But again, I want you to keep in mind that this is not the main. My main intention is not that this will look like a crack. Like it just became like that. This is just you could say that okay, this is an accident or just a fluke, you know, that okay, my drawing when you changed the contrast, it looks like a crack in the window, and this is what happened to Peter Hegseth aircraft. So let me repeat here. Okay, 2 days ago I made this, or wait, was it two? Maybe it was like it was October 12th, I think. So it's more, it's like 3 days ago, something like that. 3, 4, let me check that. Okay, so let's say 3, 4 days ago, I made this drawing. 2 days ago, I said why I made this drawing. Like, so this video is called clarification of why I made a new drawing. And then you see that, like, what happened to him? Oh, wait. Wait. Well, a crack. You see? A crack in the aircraft windshield. You see? Oh, but but that's my drawing, you know? It's my drawing. So here's the thing, guys. Yeah, it makes sense, you know. This looks like a crack, but also don't forget this is just a minor thing, you know. For what I'm seeing here, what's happening here with Pete Hegseth, he his airplane went into an emergency landing in UK 2 days after, and the cause for this emergency landing was a crack in the windshield. Oh, but that's my drawing, you know. No, guys. Do not forget, my drawing has the purpose to not purpose, but what it expresses is actually like I'm I'm going to say something that it's about something else. So my drawing is about poisonous smoke, but when you look at it, it looks like a crack in a glass also. You have to admit, a crack that goes to many cracks, you know, like that. So, and it's not that I'm not waging a war against anyone here in particular. What I'm doing here is just to express. I think, I feel, I exist, I am, and this is my consciousness that I'm doing this with, and I want to also like I want to do not forget that this is why I did the drawing. So what Peter Hegseth did here made me do the drawing that looks like the crack in the window of his airplane. See what I mean? It's in the news, guys. This is in the news. And But keep in mind, I see this as a minor thing. This is it's still. I mean, it's just a development here going on. Okay, so let me analyze. Why did this happen? Why did this happen? What happened? Like, or um, why why did nature make this happen? Okay, why did nature make this happen? Well, I'm going to tell you that nature made this happen because of what's next. You know, not this specifically here about him and this crack in the windshield, and I mean this coincidence here that, oh, I happened to draw it. Oh, when I made the drawing, I knew that it would have resonance. Oh, I knew that it would affect things. I knew that it would do this and that. You know, I just know that. Okay, and yeah, I do. You know, when I do them. Um, and it looks undeniable. You know, I have my evidence. I create evidence all the time about this, and and it's like um, Agent Smith is is how do you say, twisting in its grave. You know, trying to copy what I do, almost like that. You know, it's um, this is what happens. People want to, like, of course, for whatever reason. um it is I'm rambling. Okay, it's a bit late, it's very late here, so that's why I'm rambling a bit. uh, so it's okay. um So everything I said here is a fact. So the drawing to the left, it is my interpretation that this looks like a cracked windshield, like a crack. But also, I want to be perfectly clear about that. This is not the the last we have seen of this. This is not what this is. This is just something that is very intense. As I said, let's think about why did nature make this happen? Okay, it's because this makes sense. I needed to do another drawing, as I said in the video. In this video to the bottom right, called Clarification of Why I Made a New Drawing. The hammer thing became too literal. Okay. Um, so um, so you can consider this to be an expression of, yes, it was good to make a new drawing, something like that. Yes, and also um, I just want to also add that Peter Hegseth is right now central on the world stage in other ways, to trying to make the media sign some kind of agreements of how to report. So he is in many ways right now at the center of things. Also, to the bottom right here, you see him in this deal with Qatar, and yeah, that's what I talked about. So previously, I guess 2 days ago, right? So yeah, I mean, that's all. I just wanted to say that he, I mean, I don't know what to say, more. I may not have many listeners here, or whatever is going on. The censoring is super smart. The censoring is very intelligently created. But what I do is powerful. So, in a way, it's useless because I just continue. Maybe you thought that I would be demoralized. But how can I be demoralized? This is also entertaining for me, even if almost no one is listening. This is an expression of art in a way. Even if it doesn't look that pretty, maybe it's not the point. What I'm doing is that I have a thought and I have a feeling and I'm doing that and I know it. I know that it will work. So this is another kind of art that I'm doing, which is it's more like the art appears on this world. The best piece of the art is the crack in the windshield. That is the best part. I mean, or it is the start in this case. In this case, I see it as just an initial, you know, an initial stage. We see a sort of verification that yes, nature likes this. You see what I mean? Nature likes what I'm doing here. Or you can see it as the world. I don't know how to say it, okay, but exactly. But I know that what I'm doing here, it works. I keep producing evidence because I am able to, and because of the fact that I'm able to produce evidence, I am entirely expressing myself in that way, even if I have what could be called religious opinions or religious arguments even, and very many things around that. Yes, I have, but I don't talk about that. I've chosen to do like this because it's like I'm able to go how do you say, face this situation um, of uh, of critical thinkers. I'm able to say, hey, I'm going to do something here. I'm confident that I'm confident that it's going to lead to a certain situation here when I do this, and I'm able to say that, and then together here with my audience, we're able to see what happens. And the point of that is that not only me, like of course I feel very stimulated by this, of course, just like you would feel, but it's also something that you can feel, that there's something beyond. Like I'm able to show evidence of the power of the mind, and that can help you to be confident in your maybe immortality and things like that. You know what I mean? So what I do here is actually to give confidence to a lot of people, but they don't realize it because I'm doing it in an entirely how do you say, scientific way. I'm saying I'm creating a painting. This is an artistic expression that is going to uh, predict the future, or be part of shaping the future, and then we watch it happen. And when you see that, you know that the mind is and the soul is is something is something, right? It's not that it's not only Newtonian bricks hitting each other um, with these laws of physics, just the basic laws of physics, or even the way that, when it comes to science, how quantum physics is only accepted when it's done with mathematics. Yeah, the way that it is like that is something that I think many people think is sad, that it has to be like. Why are we so stiff? You know, why are people like? Why is the scientific community allowed to be so stiff? Well, maybe it's because there is no evidence that shows something else. But I don't know, to be honest. Like, you okay? I have my strong opinion on that, and that, or view on that, and that is that denial is the core of handling a situation. Um, Everyone denies because it it's too complicated to not deny. It's too hard. It's too painful, because you have to change when you not deny. When you don't deny, you have to change. You have to improve. And why? Meanwhile, like, uh, meanwhile, you're probably punished for doing that, because you surround yourself with people that deny, because that's how people are. People deny things. That is in the nature of the human being, to deny. And so not denying gives you only some sort of suffering, sadly. But what I have done is to make it an expression of something serious here that's going on the world stage. Why is it serious? Well, because the Secretary of War just had an emergency landing because of a crack in the windshield that looks pretty similar to my drawing. And I want to tell you that, okay, this is not the point of the drawing. In a way, I don't like it, that it's going too well again, I don't like that, I want it to be what I intend, because I'm sure that we're going that way. We're going in the direction of something, something smoke, poisonous smoke, radiation, and so on. We're going in that direction, and I'm making a drawing of that, I don't need to make a drawing, I think. I don't think so. It's just a way that I have chosen to express myself. So yeah. So I'm very sure that, okay, this is just a minor thing. Even if you think this is really cool, like this is really, if you realize what happened here, then yes, it looks really cool. I get it, and it is really entertaining if you get it. But I yeah, okay, I'm too tired now. I think I have to end the video now. Um, but okay, summary, I guess. The summary is like this. 2 days ago I talked about Hegseth, and I said that what he did here triggered me to make a new drawing. And this new drawing that I did, it kind of looks like the crack in the window, which is the reason for the emergency landing of Hegseth today on October, I guess it was October 15th when it happened. And yes, that is remarkable, but drum roll, there's coming more. Okay, don't get too excited yet. Don't get too excited. And yeah, like this is what I'm doing here is that I express my consciousness. I I am, I express that I am. And when I do that, I put a pressure on everyone else also to to um, to notice that, or to respond by doing the same. Good luck. Like, you have to admit what I do here. Maybe you have to ask me to stop making drawings. I've said that before. Like, you have to, like, I mean, I'm doing a kind of art here that in the modern society, it's not really, how do you say? There's nothing illegal in what I'm doing here. But I can still show you evidence that this is like dangerous stuff that I'm doing. I mean, it is a powerful expression here. Okay, I'm showing evidence of that. No matter how few of you listen to me, I have the evidence. And um, yeah. So I express that I am, I feel, I think, and I reason, I analyze, and but it's very deep, this stuff. It's I can tell you what I'm doing is not easy to do. It's not easy to to do this. It's not. Maybe and why do I tell you that it's not easy to do this? Because I mean, in a way, when you're good at something, anything becomes easy. If you're good at gymnastics, then it's really easy to do some kind of flip. Oh, as I said, I'm very tired, so um, yeah. So I mean, in a way, this is easy to me, but I know that, okay, this is, in reality, this is hard. But yes, like for me personally, this is easy to do. But I don't want to fool you by saying like that. It would be a lie to say like that. So yeah. So the kind of art that I do here is meant to be admitted or ask me to stop. Like, and I would require a lot of people to ask me to stop, because I think that the more that I am ignored, the worse it's going to get. Right now, it's very serious because I'm making drawings of poisonous smoke and rubble, and I'm talking about the nuclear situation. So, I mean, this is very serious. So, if this continues, the world and the people of this world really show that they are not sentient. They do not feel, they do not think, they do not reason. This is the conclusion. For an outside observer looking at the show, there's always an outside observer. Now I'm getting into religion a bit. There's always an observer seeing the whole picture, and that doesn't look good right now. It looks like one thing is expressing, oh, whatever. I don't want to be too rude here. Okay. The point is that I'm trying to be as scientific as I can. I make a drawing, and then we see the resonance. And yeah, this is just the beginning. You can see this as a verification. It's a handshake, some kind of handshake. Handshake with nature, Okay. Well, this is just a beginning, so yeah, just the beginning.